Hot Wheels Ultimate Racing, from the moment you turn it on, is going to feel a lot like every other racer on the market. It doesn't really offer you very much innovation-wise, except for a few quirks during the racing. Other than this, there is nothing all that much about this game that yells out for it to be owned, nor is there anything to make you feel as if you are getting all that much bang for your buck if you did buy it. Taking the game for what it is, a pure racing game, there is no actual storyline to be had. Essentially, pick a car, customize it, and get to racing. The basics of this game summarize down to collecting cars, painting them up how you like, and then taking them to race on one of 11 different tracks. This simplicity is something of a boon. No ridiculous storyline to wade through to get to the racing. Looking at you, Tokyo Extreme Racing. However, at the same time, this simplicity really leaves little to this already meager offering of a game. The majority of the meat in this game comes from the Ultimate Challenge, which is essentially the career mode. In this mode, you will start off with a single car with limited design options, but given time and play, you will unlock a variety of new cars and decorations. All of the cars look like actual Hot Wheels toys that have been converted into cars for the game, and you can collect up to 30 of these babies. In addition, each car can be customized with a variety of paint colors, rims, decals, and even neon lighting. On the technical side, you can also improve your car's performance with a variety of upgrades, such as engine boosts and such. You will need all of these upgrades and need to learn how to master the NOS system the game uses to beat the other cars. The computer-controlled cars almost never mess up, rarely hitting obstructions, walls, or each other, and it requires you to get quite skilled with this game quite fast. The tracks actively work against you, with rocks falling in your path, gigantic monsters getting in your path, confusing tracks, and the jumps, sometimes over ludicrous distances, really do a lot to hamper you, while the computer simply swerves and dodges around everything. The Noah/slow motion system is the only innovation that this game really brings. However, calling it such is generous. When you pass cars, avoid obstacles, and perform other such feats, you will refill the bars that govern the ability to use these two skills. Then, with the press of a button, you can either use the NOS, which is just a fancy way of saying nitro, to speed up to ungodly speeds, passing other racers and making some incredible jumps, or the slow motion is useful for cornering some of the harder turns. While the NOS works just fine, the slow motion is dubious in its usefulness. When you slow the game down, you can turn the angle of your car to try and corner the turn. The problem here is that the camera stays behind your car. You really can't see what direction you are going to be going, which causes more problems than it fixes. I found it much simpler to use the handbrake to handle these turns, leaving this feature to be mostly useless. What truly perplexes is the lack of solid graphics in this game. All of the cars look pretty good, but the environments are ridiculously muddy and bland. There are a lot of things going on during the track, so perhaps they turned down the graphics to help keep the game running at a decent frame rate. When the cars hit the walls, there are sparks aplenty, and that looks good enough, but the racetracks themselves are about as uninteresting as it comes. The only thing blander than the graphics is the sound. While it isn't strictly bad per se, it is very underwhelming. None of it really sticks with you after you turn the game off, and you may find yourself having to turn the game on to even remind yourself that there was any sound or music in the game to begin with. It is nearly impossible to really recommend this game to other people when there are other better games of this genre to be had. Picking up a game such as Wipeout Pure would really give you the same experience, but in a better package. If you are desperate for a new racer and have played all the others, then you could do much worse. However, do keep in mind what you are picking up before you lay down the money for this one. You might find yourself disappointed otherwise.